Hey guys, welcome back. So today is my day off. It's my administrative day and my recording day. So I figured I'd bring this video to you guys. So do you ever wonder what happens when docs are late and how to handle that situation? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you my story. Hey guys, welcome back. So the other day I had a purchase package sent to me by the closing exchange, and it was for 12 o'clock noon. So I was ready to get docs. They had sent some preliminary stuff to print out, the shipping label that they had wanted me to use, the special instructions for the purchase, how they wanted it filled out, what color ink, so on and so forth, contact information. So I confirmed with the signer, and we set up for that Friday at noon. So the night before, they're like, okay, we're waiting on vendor docs to upload, the vendor to upload the docs. So I'm like, cool, They were like, all right, we'll be in touch. I said, all right, woke up the next morning, got my kids off to school, my normal routine, sat down to check on documentation. Documentation wasn't there. And I had previous engagement to go help my girlfriend out, do a clean out. So I was making some extra side money. And I went and I did that. And the whole time I'm checking for docs and docs aren't in. Now I knew I had to be there at a certain time. I knew I had to leave at a certain time. So I made sure that I left my prior engagement early and, was looking for the docs to come in. So it is now 11 o'clock. I like to leave early because if you're early, you're on time. And if you're on time, you're late. So I like to calculate time, traffic, the volume of how many people are going to be on the road. And since I know that time is usually lunchtime, I definitely like to get out an hour early. So I already knew that it was going to take me an hour with traffic. I had already GPS mapped it. It was on my way. I come home because it's now 11 o'clock and the docs aren't in, and I emailed someone and I'm waiting and they're waiting, and docs did not show up till 11:30. Now, mind you, signing was at 12. So now I'm freaking out. What do I do? They're like, look, just, make contact with the signer, let them know what's going on. And at this time, now I'm panicking because at this time, I'm now printing docs. The docs gave me a hard time to print. It was too large of a PDF file. And I'm trying to let them know, like, hey, do you want, the only way I can print this is in letter size. Is that okay? Well, no one, the closing exchange person, customer service was so nice. And we were all in limbo. We were all just waiting for answers. So I go ahead and I tell them, look, it's now 11:40. Actually, it was probably 11:50 at this point. And I'm trying to, I'm working my magic, trying to figure out every which way to get these docs to print. And it's just not happening. So I take a deep breath. I do my best and I print them out in letter size paper. Now, it was a pretty big package, but I did it. It took care of it. Nothing was cut off. I double checked. So now it is 12 o'clock, signing time. And I am freaking out because now the traffic has jumped up from a half an hour drive to now an hour drive. So I'm waiting for the signer to call me and be like, hey, where you at? It's 12 o'clock. You said you'd be here. I'm here waiting for you. Where you at? Nothing. Now, I am printing out docs, I'm getting this stuff ready, and I'm communicating with the closing exchange, letting them know, like, look, I haven't even heard back from the signer. This is a very long drive, and we all know that the cost of gas has gone considerably up. So I like to err on the side of caution and make sure that the signer hasn't gone somewhere or completely forgot that we had a signing today. So I'm waiting, and they tell me, well, listen, we would advise that you wait and hear back from the signer before you go out there. But this package doesn't need to be done today. I said, all right, fine, no problem. I go to do something in the house while I'm getting my docs ready, while they're already ready, tagged, copies ready, good to go. I've confirmed ink and copies. I've done it all. Signer sends me a message saying, I'm here all day long. So I text her back. And now, mind you, I'm texting her throughout this time, letting her know what's going on, letting her know that the documentation came in late. And, she's not really responding. And I shoot her 2 phone calls, left her 2 voicemails, and nothing. Crickets. So now I'm like, all right, well, I've done all this hustling around. I had a prior engagement. So I just hopped in the shower real quick to get refreshed. And when I come out, she leaves me a voicemail, lets me know that she's ready. She's going to be home all day. So I haul up there. I let her know that I'm going to be there. Now it's like 12:30, 12:45. So now I'm like, okay, well, it's going to take me about 51 minutes per the GPS. So she's like, no problems. I'm here. So I get there, and I really thought this lady was going to, have an attitude. I was expecting the worst, but not so much. I wasn't going to take it personal because I knew that it had nothing to do with me. Everything that happened was completely out of my control. So long story short, we have a great conversation. She didn't have to go to work till 5, so I was really glad that I wasn't really interrupting the rest of her day. She had to get it signed that day because her interest rate was going to change had they waited another 24 hours. So we were both kind of on the same page. We had a lovely signing. Took me about 45 minutes to do it all because we were chit-chatting and I was double checking. But it went fine. No one got hurt. Everything went smoothly. She understood because she was just she also informed me that they hadn't been able to finalize anything till about 10:30, 11 o'clock that morning. So she was aware that they were having troubles finalizing paperwork per the title. So she had a really great person that was, dealing with the transaction at hand and was very much keeping her up to date on everything. So I was just glad that we were able to get it signed. She had no problem. She told a lot of jokes. We had a really good conversation. I got to know so much more about her and her children. And I'm so ever blessed that I was able to stay calm, cool, and collected throughout that whole time, and that the signing went through. So to summarize my day, it was stressful, it was hectic, but I got everything I needed to get accomplished. We had a great signing. She was very understanding, and we made a very good connection. And I helped her purchase her first home. So I texted her afterwards, and, I said, she texted me and said, thank you very much. She appreciated, me coming out and she was very comfortable with the service I provided. And I told her that I was happy. I was honored to be her last leg of her journey in her purchasing of her home. So I'm going to tell everybody just like this. Just relax. Always keep in constant communication. If it's a signing service or if it's a direct client, just communicate every step of the way. Communicate with your signer. As long as everybody is informed, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a problem if you're 2 hours late to a signing because of paperwork delays. So always, always, always communicate with everyone at hand and take a deep breath and let things play out, because you're either going to sign that day or you're going to sign another day. And as long as you did nothing wrong and you printed as soon as you got the documentation and you're keeping everyone abreast of what's going on, you'll be fine. So I thank you all for this story time, and there'll be many more stories to come. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And down below in the comments, let me know. I'm a Philadelphia notary, so if you have any questions, don't forget to shoot them down below, and I'd love to talk with you guys in the comments. Have a great day. Bye-bye.